Hey guys, return back. Now, the part 3 of this lecture is having the real practical part of this CASA lecture. Now, what I am going to show that I use usually the autopipettes with a dry bath to keep the temperature at 37 degree, almost plus minus 1, but 37. It is having the aluminum blocks. Here you can see the neat semen, which is highly viscous, and when you are using the semen, use your both hands or fingertips and just do the watering. Never shake the semen or never give any vigorous jerk to the semen. So usually after dilution, it appears like this. We use the sperm towel for capacitation. We use BSA around 6 times greater than the normal sperm towel. So once you mix the sperm uniformly, either by watering or by closed finger loops like this, never shake the sperm sample. So try to adjust or focus your microscope depending on your microscope available. Usually we use the Mackler chamber, so that's why a focal distance is larger. But today, for the demonstration purpose, I'll show the loading on a mini tube chamber slide. Then I will focus. The interface of the CASA is already opened as I shown. So in the interface, we want to focus. We have to see the light intensity, the number of sperm. I usually advise that the spermatozoa count for the field must be between 150 to 200. Even though my camera is super, it is having a very good resolution with a high frame rate, but if you really want to have a technical data on your sperm cells, it should be highest 200 for any kind of CASA, so that you can go 10 fields. Moving to one field to the other, it also requires an art. And once you move to 2000 to 2500 number of cells, and then the average value will give a real picture of that semen quality. And once you are keeping more number of sperm per field, it is sometimes very difficult even for the camera, for the algorithm and the software to catch hold and coordinate among themselves to give you the real picture. If the sperm count per field is a great number, then overlapping of the sperm occurs. Sometimes one or multiple sperm are attached to one point surface, and that always gives a bad calculative value. That means the numeric value what we are going to get, it may not be quantitatively, it may be sound, but qualitatively it may not be sound. So that's why I usually advise go for such kind of dilution with the prescribed dilution, and you will get 150, 200, maximum 225, that much, so that you can have a proper track record of the sperm, and also you can evaluate properly how your sperm are behaving under the microscope. Let's begin. So I am showing you a proper kind of mixing first. Usually 2 to 3 times you mix. That is very important. Once your mixing is there, I have fixed this pipette to 3 microliter as suggested by the mini tube slide. Then with a tip, just to try, this is the hot plate. You can keep the slide here also if you are comfortable and you are experienced. But for me, it is always better that once you are not comfortable, you should try once, because this is the slide what we are using, the chamber slide. This is a pipette. If the semen is here, you can go and just touch here, because the most important point what you are seeing, these chambers what are being made, these chambers, and these chambers are having open sides. So once you hold like this and you put your tip, then it will automatically shock with a negative pressure, because vacuum is being maintained here. So always try to keep the slide on the offset, close to your nose, parallel to your eye. Hold the pipette and load the sample. Once the loading is there, then you can analyze. Let me do the same thing. I am, for a demonstration purpose, I am moving the slide away from the plate. I am also moving the semen away. But please, in your routine day-to-day practice, your research or your experiment, never try to move from the hot plate. Rather, stay very closer to the hot plate. Once you put the semen sample, immediately don't analyze. Allow the sperm cell to settle down just below these chambers. Once they settle down, you will get a real picture what is going on. Let's see how the loading is being there. So always I say mix properly. That's very, very important. Once you mix properly, then you go for the middle part of the sample. I always say take the middle part, not the upper part, not the lower part. Your tip must be inserted into the middle part. Little bit pipetting I did because of another chances of proper mixing. Now for demonstration I'm always saying that I'm moving the slide. Otherwise the slide should be close to the surface of the hot plate. So now I'm loading here. Before loading I can show you. You can see the chamber here. So here on the chamber you just touch, and now you can see with the pressing it is moving. It is a great deed that you can see the uniformity of the semen sample without any air bubble, without any spaces. Now after loading, what you are going to do, now that the second part is focusing. As I said, already we were doing on the Mackler chamber, so little bit of focusing it is. So now we have to balance it or focus it first. Once focusing is done, then we will start analysis after feeding that. So let's do that. So I am focusing now. This is a phase contrast microscope. 20x is the objective, and it's a blue filter. Just I'm coming. Now it is being focused. You can see the sperm samples are being visible, and after seeing that, you focus on the screen itself, and here you can see the sperm sample are moving. This is a sperm sample which is a treated one. I will take another sperm sample so that you can see. Here you can see we have actually treated with drugs. That's why abnormal motility is coming and the sperm cell are being dead. For the demonstration purpose, I have knowingly taken this slide to show these are non-motile, or you can say dead, but these are non-motile. And some are moving, some are circular, some are straight. So once it is focused, now adjust the light. And once the light is adjusted, then you can go for a test mode, you can go for an experimental mode. As it is a demonstration, let's go to a test mode and see. There is a field, there is an analysis button is coming. So once I keep the analysis, it is analyzing. Now different tracks are being made. With the little b, we can see the total motility is coming 44%, progressive motility is coming 43%, circular motility is 5.6, fast motility is 26.9, slow is 11.1, local is 0.9, and non-motile are 56. This red color head which are not moving, the software can keep it as non-motile and it records, and these values come. This is one field only. Here 108 cells are there. You can take another new field and move the field either left to right or up to down. So here I am going up to down. You cannot move a linearity of 2 to 3 mm more than that. So always try to experience that so that uniformity will become. So you can see the uniformity how it is being coming. You can see the different tracks with the different color. Here the circular motility is coming with orange. Fast motility is coming with the green, slow motility is light green, local motility is yellow, and immotile are the red. So next you take another field, so that always try to move 2 to 3 mm, not more than that. Yes, this is 2 to 3 mm. So go for analysis, and once you analyze, you are going to get another field, and total number of sperm cells are 345 in the 3 fields. Average is 113. So what I was saying, that number of cells always important. If you keep the number of cells less, then the data which is coming on the surface is very accurate to the audience. So I should say that we have used a cyclic AMP inhibitor, that is KH7, at a 10 micromolar concentration. That's why you are seeing a reduced motility and some abnormalities are coming. Already 1 to 2 hours has been taken. These are our experimental protocol, not for your knowledge. I can show you another sample in my coming videos where how we do the signaling studies in the sperm cells. So after analysis, you can take another field or you can accept your data. So for the acceptance of the data, what we actually do, now we feed the data, and every CASA is having their own setup. Here it is the species is sahiwal, so I have taken sahiwal, then breed sahiwal, the species is the bovine and the breed is the sahiwal, and then suppose today I can add one new one. Suppose this is the sahiwal, I can add, once I add, this is bull 171, the type of recording is A, so A. So now I put OK, so it will open here on the same date. It is today, on the date it is showing. Now double click this so that this interface will open. So let's see how we move. Now see, yes, this is a field. We'll start with this. These are all KH7 treated cells, and let us analyze. Once analysis is over, you see how many cells? 133, a very good number of cells for analysis. Give a new field and then go. So this is the new field which is coming. Again you analyze, wait, the time will taken by the software, the analysis is going on. So once the analysis is over, another new field you take, and suppose now I am going 2 to 3 mm left because here the calibrator is being attached. So once I analyze, differential motility is coming because these are treated cells. And once this is for demonstration, I am stopping here. I have taken 370 cells and 3 fields. So now I am accepting it and the data is being inside. To analyze the data, I have to go back, close, then I will go to the reports. In the reports, I will go to the standard reports. I will wait because today's date, today the species is the bovine, the breed is the sahiwal, and today's date is this one. So I will see which one is being there. So sample status is accepted. So it will show me which one is being analyzed. So thereafter I will say the create report. So it will show me a create report one. So this is overall for a create report of the day of the sahiwal which is being coming. So you can see there are the different parameters are being there. Depending on your need, depending on the CASA setup, you can utilize these data. But I can also show you one data. For example, this bovine data, I am sample accepted, sample date. Okay, so if I'll say any one particular data, this one, then I'll go right click, create report. It is creating a report for me. This interface varies from CASA to CASA. So this is the report which is generated. Now I'm showing you. So this is one of the data taken previously. Here you are seeing total motility 76. It is the total number of sperm is 2046. I told you minimum 2000 number of sperm you analyze in 10 fields. So this is the average data, and then these data are containing VCL, VSL, VAP, DCL like this. That is my part 4 of the lecture where I will tell you how the CASA values are important. So now you can see this CASA is having a very good setup that which can show velocity distribution, percentage of distribution, subpopulation distribution, cluster distribution, and also it makes the graph of everyone like this, everyone. So you can analyze. So I am keeping this analysis part to the part 4 lecture. So today's lecture was acquisition, and acquisition followed by the most important. I showed that how we generate the data, and now what I'm going to tell, now there are some quality control parameters are there when you are doing CASA analysis. The number 1 parameter which I told, proper mixing of the semen sample. Never provide jerks. Number 2, after proper mixing, use a potential diluter which is proven, which is known, which is established in your lab. have a particular dilution factor after deciding the concentration. Usually, in case of soluble, it is 1200 to 1600 million of cell per ml of semen. So that's why we fixed our dilution accordingly. After the proper dilution, we want to get 150 to 200 number of cell per field so that an accurate information will be obtained by the machine. Number 3 point, during loading, load properly, because loading is a critical point. Loading causes gas bubbles, air bubbles or spaces, and those are negative point for CASA analysis. So try to hold the slide parallel to your nose, parallel to your eye, and hold the pipette in a proper angle so that with automatic suction it will come down. Depending on the slide, the volume of the semen varies, but please do not forget to mix the sample properly. Pipetting should be done properly. Then you focus as per the setup of the CASA. Never change the setup of the CASA. The CASA setups are very important, which is manufacturer's specification. We never change the setup, and we want to have a validation. Then you go for cross-3 analysis. What I say, one set 10 fields, remove, load again the same semen, another field, another sample, 10 fields, another field, 10 fields. That means 3 times if you analyze, you will get a proper idea if you are a beginner. And if you are an expert who is daily doing the same practice, you don't require multiple practices. So stay tuned for my part 4 of the lecture, where we'll see different values of the CASA and what actually CASA shows us. For example, you can see here the word ALH, BCF, DAP, VAP, how they are coming. I will explain in detail how these values are important. Second, I can also show some of the tracks, like when the sperm moves progressive, it is looking like this. When it is showing intermediate type of motion, it is looking like this. When they are hyperactive, they are making another track like this. So we are having another part 4 of the lecture where we will see the practical applications of the CASA data, implications and interpretations, and what information it gives us, and how we are going to interpret our data obtained in the system. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.